Society's ideals are forged in the family, and you are their creator. Here's what you need to know. Our society cannot improve if its individual citizens choose not to. For decades now, we have built an excuse-oriented society, with each layer providing a platform for the next justification, as we slide away from accountability. Look around, friend, and observe how parents refuse to tolerate a failing grade, and rather than accepting that the responsibility likely falls on their child's performance, blame the teacher. When accidents happen, the tendency is to sue, because the fault couldn't be an individual's clumsiness. It has to be the fault of the architect, the contractor, the floor sweeper, or anyone else. The consequences of this way of acting should be obvious. Individuals that demand that someone else accept responsibility for their actions put society at risk. As grim as this may be, and as much pressure as the question, what can we do about it, might bring, realize that the opposite is also true. Society is strengthened by individuals who accept responsibility and engage in responsible behavior, and the way forward, friend, for all of us, you and me, is to accept accountability in all transactions and relationships. To begin this process of renewal, to restore the pillars of a stable society, we need to take a few steps, and these steps always start with one individual and continue with several, then communities, organizations, and companies. This is not a complicated principle, it just requires hard work, and it begins with you, one step at a time. Restoring integrity in our world will require individual champions to lead the way, friend, and if you are a man with fire in your heart, I invite you to become such a champion. Depending on where you are on your life's path, you can, if you will, strengthen integrity-centered leadership and refuse to accept anything less from all your interactions, relationships, and roles. To start right, we have to analyze the roles each of us take in life, roles that create a difference in our society, and we have to define the corresponding appropriate and effective behavior for them. The first role, the one that should provide unconditional love and acceptance while nurturing socially responsible values, is the role of a parent and your role as a father. From birth, a child grasps the fact of his existence by relating with the parents and eventually the family. Children learn that their sounds bring a hug, food, clothes, that a smile brings encouragement from parents. Throughout childhood, they learn a lot from the behavior of the parents, who have a great responsibility and opportunity to shape their character by teaching acceptance, unconditional love, cause and effect, discipline and consistency. The child's character is molded as he learns the value of truth, of authority, of fulfilling obligations, of reciprocity. He learns that rewards go hand in hand with performance and that failure is unpleasant. He gets to understand generosity, respect, and awareness of the rights of others. If you are a father, friend, you need to understand that you are always on stage to one degree or another for your children, and your actions and behaviors are demonstrating to them the art of life and living. Become aware of everything you say, the manner in which you say it, everything that you do and the competence with which you do it, and I promise you that you will be effective in your integrity-centered parenting, and one day your children will thrive because of it, and if we all take this role seriously, so will our society. Here are a few points on how to achieve this. As a husband, speak to your wife with respect and never be shy to show your love and affection for her. A whispered kindness between parents, an act of love and care, when witnessed by your young ones, will bring reassurance and comfort. Do your best to look for opportunities to help your wife with whatever her challenges are, and you will teach your children to do the same. You will teach responsibilities and commitments together with the value of time by being punctual, and you will teach them how to do things properly when you help them learn from their mistakes and when you recognize them for their achievements. Teach your young ones about another form of integrity, friend, when you speak well to and of your neighbors and when you decline to spread gossip. Let your actions in the world also teach respect for the law, for rules and discipline, for the well-being of others, and allow your children to observe the value of continuous education when their young eyes and ears observe you enjoying a good book, or when discussions at the dinner table focus on important ideas and events. We know so well the effects of the other side, friend, the abusive parent, the lazy bastard, the constant critic, the one that gossips, the slob, and we can see its impact in the world more and more. Understand that just as you can teach honesty, fairness, responsibility, and build a great character in your children, you can also teach deceit, deception, lack of accountability, and encourage bad behavior. Without the keystone of integrity existing within the family, the structures of society are at risk, and instead of success stories of great communities, incredible achievements, and service to others, we will have stories of divorces, drug abuse, treachery, selfishness, and false accomplishments. If a better society is to be built, the focus must be on what can be done better, starting first with the family, and that means starting with you. A monumental task, especially if you had the misfortune to come from a family that was not in line with the ideas of trust, character, and integrity. Dare, friend, to challenge the way you act as a father, and dare to intentionally embrace integrity, so that the next generation of young men and women can proudly say that the role models that they saw at home inspired them to build a better world together. Are you strong enough to embrace this challenge? Your choice will impact everyone around you.